Hello, everybody. Happy Thanksgiving to Isabella Isabella Bank's YouTube channel audience across the pond. Here in the UK, we're not carving turkey. We are busy rushing around snapping up seasonal sales in preparation for Christmas. Speaking of sales, we've got a mission for you, okay? That costs absolutely nothing, helping one of our community stars shine even brighter. If you're wondering what I'm talking about, I am talking about supporting our girl, Carmen. If you've been listening to me on this channel, you might have heard me speak about her channel before. But if you haven't, then let me introduce you to Carmen's Place Beauty. Carmen's Place Beauty is a YouTube channel that's redefining beauty for the mature woman. Okay, she guides us on how to maintain a youthful glow, avoiding those horrible makeup mistakes that we find so hard to avoid but end up making because we don't know how to change the makeup techniques we learned when we were in high school. All right, so Carmen, as you can see, she is currently at 482 subscribers, so close to 500, and she is well on her way to the big 1000 to get monetized. So, guys, let's support Carmen's YouTube channel because, as you know, this is a season, considering what just happened in the elections, for Black people supporting other Black businesses. Carmen is about 67 years old. She's a squaddy. She supports my channel, and we have been trying for the longest to get her to 1,000 subscribers. Let's not just talk about supporting Black businesses. Let's actually get her and do it. When these people see that we're serious about supporting our own, then they will trust you as well. I call you Mama again. Anyway, I'm not going to keep you guys on here for too long because I know that there's Thanksgiving celebrations going on every place. But the royal news doesn't stop. So we're just going to do a brief one just to catch up with what's happening with Harry's cases, because when you let it go on for too long, then it becomes too long to manage. So it's currently heating up in Harry's courtroom saga. Okay. Earlier this week, the case management hearing gave us some bombshell updates. In case you don't know what is the case management hearing, case management hearing is what happens when you file a case in the court in the UK and it's at the very early stages. So you file your papers in the court, and then the next thing that happens is a case management hearing where you and the person who has been sued or who is suing you sit down to hammer out the schedule that the case is going to follow. Okay. At that time, the judge also looks into what the viable issues are in the case. What does the judge think represents a viable issue? A viable issue is something that has a legal claim. That is it written in law? If you are claiming that someone stole your cat, for instance, is that a legal offense? Okay. And then, do you have evidence that this person actually stole your cat? Those are kind of the kind also included in the issues that will be discussed in a case management hearing. Okay, so as you know, this last week, uh, Prince Harry's case against the Daily Mail came up for a case management hearing, and I am here to discuss what went down. I know it's confusing, right? Which of the cases are you talking about? Is it the police protection? Is it the mirror case? Is it the case against the Sun? Is it the case against Daily Mail? Which one? Don't worry. I'm going to break it all down for you guys so that we have a clear understanding of what all the cases are and where we are in all the cases. All right. Currently, we are talking about the case that Prince Harry has against the Daily Mail. For the major part of this year, we have been talking about Prince Harry's case against the Sun. You often hear them being talked about using the names of the company that own them. So for the case of Prince Harry's case against the Sun, you would often hear Prince Harry against NGN because NGN is the company that owns the Sun newspaper. And then you would often hear Prince Harry against ANL. ANL is the company that owns the Daily Mail. So right now, in this case, right now, what I'm talking about is Prince Harry's case against ANL, the company that owns Daily Mail. I hope that's you have followed that explanation and you have made it simple enough for you to follow what's going on. I believe you do anyway. The Sussex squad are one of the most intelligent squads on the internet, so I don't have to worry that you're not understanding what I am saying. Anyway, so when they met, so the case, when they went for the case management hearing earlier this week, there are a couple of bombshells that came out of the meeting. First of all, the eye-watering costs. The case is projected to cost both parties, right? $47.8 million. And this cost is going to be shared between Prince Harry, Elton John, Elizabeth Hurley, Sadie Frost. Okay. So the three of them are expected to accrue a cost of almost $18.4 million. $18.4 million, that is not no small money. And then ANL is expected to accrue costs of $20 million. If Prince Harry, Elton John, and Elizabeth Hurley lose the case, they will end up losing almost $50 million. Yes, because of course they're going to have to pay the cost of the other party, right? This isn't just a legal battle, it's a financial marathon. When you think about how much you're going to lose, this is what puts a lot of people off suing the media because they have the deep pockets necessary to sue or to defend any claim. Anyway, so the another issue that came up in the court case was Harry's team, led by legendary David Sherborne. So he requested full access to ANL documents. He has been telling the judge that he suspects that they are hiding secrets, and he was quite aggressive with it as well. He's like, we want to see everything. We want a complete universal view of all the documents surrounding this case. But of course, the judge declined, noting that it's not a public inquiry. Sherborne, of course, he's a seasoned warrior from the 2011 Levinson inquiry. And when he probably looks at the documents that they have received so far, he knows that the Daily Mail are going to try some shenanigans and they're going to try to deny, even when they are caught red handed. So he has very vigorously, even from the first meeting, said, we know you're going to try to hide these documents. So he called on the court to make sure that the Daily Mail provided a complete set of all the documents that they need to provide in anything that is related to his client's claim. But of course, that is not a request that the judge can grant, because before you request anything from the other side, you need to be specific about what you're requesting. You can't just say, let me have all the documents surrounding XYZ. You need to say, can I have document X which was sent out at so and so time and received at so and so time? You need to be specific. So the judge refused. So right now they are evenly tangled and he is not letting them breathe, but they're not being easy with him either. So it's a tough battle. The third point that we realized that came out of the case management hearing was that Harry was the one who we learned through the case management hearing that Harry was the one who notified Lady Lawrence, that Stephen Lawrence's mother, right, about any potential wrongdoing by the media. Apparently, he had notified her by text message that there were things that she would want to know about. And although Lady Lawrence said she couldn't find the text message, but Prince Harry did disclose that he was the one who reached out to Lady Lawrence. Uh, the trial, what about the trial? The trial is set for 2026. And from what I can see, both sides are gearing up for it's going to be brutal legal showdown. Harry is given no quarter at all, and he has the best person for the job. That is David Sherburne. Why do I say that it is a brutal showdown? As I said, David Lawrence has already come in aggressively, accused the Daily Mail of not disclosing sufficient evidence in their response to their Prince Harry's claim, and also based on his earlier dealings with them, he knows that they are not going to be an easy nut to crack, and they are prone to hiding evidence even when caught. So, but the judge has already said, we don't want to turn this into a public inquiry, David. And he's playing his part. He's making sure that they know they're not going to get an easy ride of it. He has been with this case since the beginning of the phone hacking scandal in 2011. He was one of the lawyers who was processing various cases during the Levinson inquiry as far back as 2011. He has as much, if not more, invested in this case than Prince Harry. He has as much invested in this case as Prince Harry. Anyway, before we continue, if this is your first time on this channel, please hit the subscribe button, the like button, and leave a comment or two in the comment section. If you have visited before and you have not yet subscribed, let today be the day you decide to subscribe. Thank you to all my new subscribers. Thank you. Yay. I am so excited. We are on the mission to get to 5,000 subscribers and we're making great progress. Now, if you have listened to me before and you are not yet subscribed, please go ahead, hit that subscribe button. It would be the perfect Christmas present to get to 5,000 subscribers before the end of this year. Don't you think so? I think so. I'm already giddy just looking at the number I have reached already. Never did I believe that it will be so hard to get to 5,000 subscribers when I first started, to be honest. But now that I started, I now realize how much it takes to get your subscriber levels up. And I am more than grateful to everyone who has been with me from the beginning, has taken a leap of faith with me, and yeah, just being with me till this moment. So let's continue though. So for those who get confused, I've had some people sending me messages saying, you know what, I get confused. What is Prince Harry doing again? How many cases has he got going? Don't worry, I'm here to help you understand what court cases Prince Harry still has got. Okay, let's break down his court cases. Let's untangle the web of court cases. To clear the air, here's a breakdown of all his legal battles. All right, so first up, we have the police protection case. Yep. After he filed his first case against I think it's Ravek. He filed his first case against Ravek, and it was initially refused. He lost the case. Then Prince Harry appealed, arguing he wasn't given fair representation in the decision to strip him of his security in the first place. If they were going to be making a decision to strip him of his security, he had a right to represent his own side, and he wasn't given that opportunity. It's only in the royal family that such a thing could ever occur, because employment laws do say if a decision is going to be taken about you in any way, shape, or form, you should be present. The first time we're hearing that a decision of this nature would take place without the person affected, directly affected. At least, even if you're not physically present, be able to present your own side on paper. Anyway, when the case came up in July 2022, the judge ruled that Harry could move forward with his petition for a judicial review of the original 2020 decision to remove his publicly funded security for him and his family. Okay, so this is when he appealed. When he appealed, the judge did say that Harry could move forward with his petition for a judicial review of the original 2020 decision to remove his publicly funded security for him and his family. Okay. The Court of Appeal granted him leave to challenge the judgment, concluding that there was a real prospect of success in the argument that the committee should have followed their own written policy. Okay? So, speaking of the RAVEC following their own written policy, they have an issue now because they have set a precedent with Taylor Swift. Imagine Taylor Swift, oh, the irony. Imagine Taylor Swift, who is not necessarily a supporter of Harry and Meghan, now being the one who is giving Harry and Meghan ammunition to get their own police protection. And the media are now worried that Prince Harry may win the police protection case because the police and the RAVEC, they broke their own rule about not allowing wealthy private individuals access to police protection. And by so doing, they set a precedent that private individuals could request and obtain police protection. I mean, this would not be the first case where that has happened, but it is the most recent case of it happening since they denied Prince Harry his own protection. And if their argument, they have tried to argue about all kinds of reasons for giving Taylor Swift the police protection. They say, oh, her concert is going to bring economic benefits to the country. Well, just by Prince Harry's presence, he does bring economic benefits to the country. Do you know how many journalists' mortgages he pays when they are able to take a good photograph of him, or they're able to give exclusive information? Why do you think that Chris Ship follows him about so closely? And then the other arguments they put forward is that, oh, Taylor Swift got terrorist threats. Well, just by occasion of his birth, so does Prince Harry. It might not be imminent, but who knows when it is imminent, because you might not have had any information to say, oh, someone's planning something. You might not have caught wind of it, but the very fact that he is the youngest son of the King of England makes him an obvious threat for so many reasons. You can say, oh, well, he spoke about his position in the war and what he did against the Taliban, and that's what put him at risk. All those people who are saying that, they're all being foolish and they know it. Anyway, so it seems to be that the sentiment of the court is that Prince Harry will win the case, but let's not get our hopes up too early. Let's just wait and see, because if you're going by the facts of the case, then Prince Harry should not have even had his security taken away in the first place. So that's the first case, the police protection case. Then the second case is Prince Harry's victory. All right. So the second case was his case against the Mirror Group, but we all know that he won that case. An interesting point is that uh, 101 phone hacking lawsuits have been filed by various celebrities since Prince Harry won the case against the Mirror. That's why they are so bitter, bitter, bitter. That's why they are so bitter, bitter, bitter. And the third case is NGN, the Sun, the case against the Sun. Okay. The third case is so Harry's team has now okay, so Harry's team has now been granted permission to obtain the access to the tabloids email exchanges with the royal family. So that means that we should be gearing up for incoming drama. Incoming drama, because the royal family must be like, how dare you, how dare you, how dare you ask for the royal emails, how dare you, how dare you. Well, Prince Harry is like, I don't care, just give me the emails. All right. And then the fourth case is this one that we're talking about today, his ongoing case. This is an ongoing case, which is very much at the beginning stages. The trial is set for 2026 and is shaping up to be one of the most expensive and high stakes battles yet. Yet. Okay. I mean, 50 million pounds is no joke. 50 million pounds is no joke. Let me see. Let me see. Happy Thanksgiving, Lakiva. How are you doing? How are you doing? Okay. All right. So, Connie says, you know, Isabella, it takes long because it's not a hate community. We are supporting Harry and Meghan, but you will get there. Oh, I know that. I know that. If you're talking about when I said the subscriber, yeah, I know that. I know that. I've just talking about there are a lot of things to consider. There's a lot of points, but I've seen that if you're just regular, you're reporting as close to the truth as you can possibly get, then people will listen and people will subscribe to your channel. So I'm not even worried about that any longer. But yeah, it seems to be that the British media are now worried because it seems like Prince Harry is moving forward positively and he is looking like he is going to win most of the cases. So they're trying to drum up they're trying to try the case in the public so that if there are a jury in any of the cases, then the jury will decide against Harry. Not only that, they want to try and use the case to make the money that they will probably need to pay Prince Harry if they lose the case, because 50 million is nothing to sneeze at, you know. Anyway, with the legal costs skyrocketing and high profile claims in play, this isn't just Harry against the tabloids. It is literally a royal reckoning. So, guys, that's all I have for this evening. Let's not forget about Carmen, the lady I spoke to you guys about at the beginning of the video. The holidays are all about giving, and supporting her channel is a gift we can all afford to give. I will just grab her the link to her channel for those who don't know who I am talking about. Just a second. It's Carmen Place Beauty, and she is a squatty. Carmen's Place Beauty. For those who have not already subscribed to her channel, since we have said that we are going to be supporting Black channels, especially after the election, let's not just talk about it. Let's actually do. Let's actually support the people that we say we're going to support. Okay, I have just dropped the link to Carmen's YouTube channel in the chat. Please, if you haven't already done so, please go ahead to follow her channel. I hope this was a simplified breakdown of all the remaining cases Prince Harry has got here in the UK. There's 4 of them, well, 3 now, shall we say. 3 of them. We've got the police protection case, the case against the Sun, and the case against the Daily Mail. Those are the 3 cases that Prince Harry has got left. Okay. Please hit subscribe, spill your tea in the comment section, and let's make this a Thanksgiving to remember, no matter where you are. Okay. Let me see. All right, so there are no comments that I need to attend to. All right, guys, I thought I would just pop in. Thank you for joining me this evening. That's all I've got for tonight. Until next time, this is Wheezy signing out. Thanks. Ciao. Thank you. Thank you, Lydia. Good night.